There's a Web3 community platform called Islands that offers people an organized space for slower, more thoughtful conversations to help cut through the noise of Discord and Twitter. What? I'm so excited for this. Think Reddit threads or forums, but developed with Web3 people in mind. You can integrate your wallet and your NFT storefront if you want. Let's check this platform out because I am ready to go island hopping. Let's go. Hi guys, I'm Carmen. I'm the community coach and I'm an experienced community manager, and I mentor others to help them build their own communities. All right, so first up, I should explain how I heard about Islands. I've heard a little bit about it on the Twitter space, but the other day, I actually purchased this NFT by Commsaur, which is one of the largest communities of community managers in the space. Number one, just want to shout out to them. I'm not endorsing that you go and buy this NFT collection, by the way. I'm always all about do your own research. I've been a part of the community club, which is the Commsaur community, for a long time, and so I really wanted to support them, and I bought one of my cute little dinosaurs. So I bought my dino, I headed straight into their Discord server that I'd been a member for a while, and I noticed that the admin had actually announced that they've chosen to test out a new platform for Web3 communities called Islands. So I thought, I need to check this out, this sounds amazing. Okay, so just looking through their website in more details, you can see that they've given you a preview of what the platform looks like. They've got a gallery, so already I'm seeing, wow, this is definitely more tailored to the Web3 space because look at all these penguins and cool cats and bored apes. That's pretty cool to see that I can create a gallery of my NFTs that are in my wallet. They've got a storefront, so it looks like you can actually include the NFT collections. If you are a store, then you can include that all within this platform, which is great. And then lastly, probably the most important point is these token gated threads that I really feel like the Web3 space has been asking for and needing and requiring and requesting. I really definitely feel like we need this. I mean, we've got Discord and Twitter sending people into anxiety overloads and needing time out just because they haven't slept in 365 hours straight. So I'm really very happy to see that this is a functionality of Islands. We'll check that out later on in the video. But it's exciting exploring the new internet together. Let's do this. So to get started, for me, because I had this Commsaur dinosaur, I was able to get access. You may be put on a wait list. It just depends on what you have, I think, in your wallet. Some collections will enable you access or early access to this platform. So I just went ahead and connected my wallet to the platform. It was really seamless. Obviously, you always have to make sure that you're very careful when you do this. Make sure that the website is legit. That's just a safety warning to anybody in the Web3 space. But when I went ahead and connected, I actually got taken to this page with Commsaur, and I could go ahead and join this space, which I did, and be notified as well. So I can see that there's 119 people that have joined the island space. And just think of this as an additional platform to Discord. It's different to Discord, obviously. Discord, you have a zillion different channels and, many people in the space. Some are just there to flip an NFT. And so you've got all these different types of people with different motivations. Whereas I think this feels more like a thoughtful space, a more meaningful space. People that are more invested in the project can come to this space and have further discussions. So I know I've talked about spaces like Snapshot, for instance, before, where members that actually want to vote on proposals would go there. I would say that Islands is like a similar concept to Snapshot in terms of it's a platform that's outside of your Discord community, but it's for people that want to have more meaningful and thoughtful and deeper conversations, and they would potentially go to this island space. So you can see with this island space for Commsaur, it gives me a brief description about the collection or their project, and I have the threads right here. I can actually sort through the threads depending on what I want to look at, maybe the oldest threads to start or the top threads or hot I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between top or hot, so that's probably just a note to the creators of Island. It would be great to know what the difference is. I'm assuming that top is the most popular and the hot is sort of the trending topics, but yeah, I'm not sure exactly what constitutes one or the other. So I would say it's easier straight up to have a look through these conversations just by looking at the titles. It's really, really nice to have this welcome post, and you can pin that as the admin. And I think when we're talking about the onboarding experience, I think it's really, really important to have a pinned post to help me navigate as a new member to this space. How do I get started? I don't want to feel overwhelmed. I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. We're talking about a community here. Commsaur is the community for community managers. So these guys know what they're doing, all right? These people have been in the community space for a long time, and they've been in Web 2 and now they're in Web 3. You're going to have some really great guidelines here as to how to get started and set up, and I would highly encourage you to take a look at their space if you can. Loving the emojis. It's really easy to read through this. Number one, just welcome, warm welcomes. It's important to welcome your new members, and they tell you how to get started. They say that Islands is like a second brain for the community, something a little slower, something a little bit more vibey, a place to chill, chat, and catch up on the conversations. Think of it like the lounge. I love it. It's like heading to the beach bar and having fun conversations with people. A lot of people have mentioned that Discord creates this like high anxiety within themselves, and I think that Islands is something that you can create as a space to counteract that anxiety that people are having. Cool aspect about Islands as well is that this is token gated, so you have to hold the appropriate NFT in your wallet to publish, like, or comment. You have to connect your wallet to this space, and then you're officially part of the community. So it's going to stop people just joining this community and throwing FUD, just hoping to get an NFT at a lower price, for instance. Or hopefully you're going to find that there's lower discussions around floor price, or even if so, that's going to be put into one post alone, and you can completely avoid that thread. This post also takes you through what Islands has to offer today, which is really helpful for us in this video. So you can check out your own NFTs in your wallet, which is great. I guess it's a bit like OpenSea integrating into this platform. I like the fact that you can also hide, show, and rearrange your collection, especially because it's public. And I've got a lot of crappy NFTs in my wallet that have been airdropped to me, which is annoying, and I want to be able to hide those and show people the collections that I am actually active in and invested in. It's exciting to see that the Islands are also working on some updates. We've got weekly community leaderboards here, which is exciting. NFT badges for your community. Yes, yes, and yes. I'm excited about this. And content preview and high quality embeds from Twitter, OpenSea, and other content linked inside a thread or post, which is awesome. These integrations will be so powerful to this space. So really exciting to see what developments are going to come up in Islands. Let's dive deeper into some of these threads and take a look at those. So you can see with this thread, they currently don't have Twitter embedded, but it's just easy for me to digest some of this really important information. And cool to see people actually commenting and getting excited about some of these announcements. I think something really powerful here as well is that you could potentially have people from other island spaces come into your space and do AMAs, and it's like really well organized. So we've got here Tom, who's the Web3 community manager for Islands, in the Commsaur space and offering his own insights in an AMA. I love that. I think that's really cool. And you can see that he's answering replies here. It's really easy to follow these threads. It's a lot easier than Discord for these more thoughtful conversations. Something I would love to personally see here is tags to posts, or ways to actually filter through even these posts. I mean, talk about reducing my anxiety. It'd be great to have, like, for instance, dinosaur humor. Love it, but it'd be cool that that could be always categorized as like fun stuff or memes or whatever you want to call it. For instance, really focused on the future of the project. I would love to be able to focus just on those posts and filter out, again, even more of the noise that I'm seeing here. This is a new platform, so you're going to see that people are still working out how to use this. Again, the floor price tracker we've got here in a separate post, and it's just great that I can just completely ignore that if I want to. But what's also interesting is that I can see that it's here as well. And so personally, I would prefer that that's just filtered through into like floor price is one conversation, and I could completely filter that out just to remove more noise. I do love this post called Let's Go. I just think that's really cute. It's like let is the title and go is the comment, and I love that. I would definitely be encouraging admins to filter out posts that are noisy, because this space is meant to be a place where people can easily access really important conversations. But this is new, so I'm also going to give them a free pass. Like, people are just trying out this space. Like, it's literally new to a lot of people. Yabba Dabba Doo is cute. Like, I love the vibe here. It is fun. It is definitely a bit more chill, and it's easy for me to go through and just read these titles, and I can easily dive deeper into these. I can see how many comments per post. I can see the potential for this. With a few more guidelines and perhaps some opportunities to filter through this and to add some tags, this could be really, really powerful. Now, I did say that this is a Web3 community platform, and I love the storefront functionality, and it's just basically putting OpenSea into this platform, integrating it completely. If I'm seeing a really exciting conversation around dinos with sunglasses, and like this is the future, and like, oh my gosh, everybody that has the sunglasses is going to be dropped XYZ, whatever, then I can go straight to the storefront, click on the dinosaur with the sunglasses, and view this on OpenSea straight away, go ahead and buy it. So I think that's just a really seamless integration, and I love it. I can see that this is going to be improved even further in future, where maybe I could just buy it straight away. It'd also be really cool if they could integrate other platforms, not just OpenSea, but like Rarible too, or Looks Rare. Now, I've also joined the Islands space, and the way to switch between spaces on Islands is just on this left-hand toolbar. It's really easy. It's very similar to Discord in that respect. And now I'm in the Island space, and so it's really that easy to switch between the spaces, and it's pretty cool to see what Islands has done with their space. I like the NFT dictionary. That's a really cool idea. I would love to see that for projects moving forward. Like, have your own dictionary. If your community has its own language, its own lingo, then you're already doing something really great with community. So consider that, creating a dictionary, even for newcomers to the Web3 space. It'd be really helpful for them to know what like aping means. I love that. And if I click through that, I mean, it's very simple, but yeah, I could see this becoming really fun and cool, and be as creative as you want. I think some of their ideas for engaging members is incredible. Like, tell us a project you like, and we'll recommend a project we think you'd also vibe with. How cool is that? I would definitely reply to that post. And look, people are doing it, but where are the replies? I want to see the replies. I definitely think that the community manager for Islands, whoever that is, or whoever's created this post, should be replying. This is a month old, this post, so I'm a little sad about that. But anyway, I really hope that they do pick up the ball, because I think that's a really neat concept. I like the idea of a community manager saying, hey, tell me something and we'll give you something back. They have pre-sale access giveaway here for one of the NFT projects. Some of this stuff looks a little old, so I just went to the top here and saw that we've got a recently added, which is much better, because that means that I'm looking at the latest posts here, and it's quite funny how you've got help please, what in the frick is this? I always say that within 24 hours it's really important for questions to be looked at by a community manager and at least attended to in some form, especially in Web3 space. My gosh, given that in Discord things move so quickly, you should definitely have people in this space. I know this is a slower, more chilled out, relaxing space, but in order for it to be utilized by community members, you really want to make sure that you're answering questions in this space. This is great that they have an Islands reporter, which I'm not sure whether this is a bot. It would be really cool if they had bots, to be honest, that could roll up information that's important to the project. And this is really nice because I'm looking through these posts with titles as the topics. This is a little different to Discord, where obviously I'm looking at channels with topics And then I'm trying to sort through all the conversations that are happening in that channel. If I was a community manager, I'd be very, very clear here as to what your title should be, like what the topic should be, and trying to organize this space in a way that a community member, when they join, they feel like they get it, can actually join the conversation. I would maybe even preempt the titles and create maybe a bunch of 6 posts that are like the most important posts. Like for instance, discuss future of the project here. In terms of creating your own space, if you are a Web3 community and you want to get started, I tried to find the place to actually create a new space, but it seems like you have to contact the team. Again, there's actually a wait list even to join this platform. My recommendation would be to reach out to them on Twitter, because I couldn't see any place to actually start my own island. But that's cool, we're super new, they've just launched. We're early people, this is early, so I'm excited to see how this grows in future. I'd love to hear your comments. Do you think a platform like this is useful in the Web3 space? Is there any other platforms or tools that you're looking for that you wish existed as a community manager but doesn't? Feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I just think overall, if we can support new platforms like this as a member of the Web3 space, we're just going to keep improving on the community experience. It's going to grow up, and I'm really excited to be able to see it in its infancy stages. I missed out on Web2 community growing up. I wasn't around to see the first forums being created online, and so I feel like we're at that stage. It's like seeing the first tweet, but for Web3. So really excited to see what Islands does, how it develops. I'd definitely love to see more categorizations of posts and the ability to filter so that I could filter out noise. I think that is one huge feature that a lot of community members are looking for. They want to feel less anxious, less stressed. They want to get some sleep. I'm talking as a community member myself in the NFT world. I would love to be able to catch up on all the important news without having to search through a zillion Discord server channels to try to find all that information. And I know that you can collate information in your own Discord server. I know of that ability, but I think having more mindful and thoughtful conversations with the right type of people in a space could be huge. So I'm really excited to see what Islands does in future. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting me. I get kind comments from you guys. It makes my day, it really does. And if there's anything else you want me to cover, let me know. Drop that down in the comments below. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.